Parasha meditation, Parashat Re'eh. So this Parasha Re'eh means to see. So it's like a question, what's greater, to see or to hear? Last Parasha we had Ekev Tishma'u, like it is because you heard. And usually they say hearing is not like seeing, because when you see something, you experience it firsthand. That's not the same as when you hear from someone else's report. It's interesting how Re'eh follows the hearing of the prior Torah portions. Also in Vayetchanan, we had the Shema Yisrael. So really, there are some benefits of hearing, because hearing is more internal, whereas seeing is more external. But when you have the seeing that comes after the hearing, after the Shema Yisrael and Parashat Vayetchanan, and then after should be because you listen of Parshas Ekev, and then you get Re'eh, see. This kind of see is seeing after hearing is a much, much, much deeper seeing. It's an entirely different seeing, the seeing that incorporates the hearing. So B'ezrat Hashem, we're going to do a meditation that's going to help us to really open our eyes and to see and to choose life. So let's just see. So here is what the full pasuk says. Re'eh anochi noten lifnechem hayom bracha u'klala. See, I set before you this day the blessing and the curse. So this is about choosing the blessing. Netivot Shalom explains, according to the Arizal, that the true blessing really is that we fulfill our mission for what we were brought into this world, that we make the rectifications, the soul rectification that we're here to rectify. And a curse is the opposite if person works hard without fulfilling his mission. So when it says, see this day I set before you, that means that Hashem gives each of us the necessary conditions and tools to, yes, fulfill our mission. Each of our challenges and tests, every situation that we're placed in, it helps us and facilitates us to fulfill our purpose in the world. We can learn through whatever is happening in our life to find our mission in life. And this is also alluded to in the following next verse, Et habracha asher tishma'u, the blessing you will hear, ואת mitzvat Hashem Elokeichem asher anochi mitzaveh etchem hayom, and the mitzvah that Hashem your God commands you today. So usually we understand this verse to mean that blessings are conditional upon doing Hashem's mitzvot. But you can also look at it deeper and you notice that it doesn't say the blessing you'll get if you'll heed my commandments, but it says the blessing asher, that you will heed the commandments. So this teaches us the blessing is to do the commandments. And really the blessing is unconditional. It's not that you have to do something in order to get the blessing. This is the description of what the blessing entails. It's a blessing to be able to do Hashem's mitzvot. It's already given this blessing through whatever situation Hashem places us in. And even if it hurts, we have to learn from every experience that Hashem places us in about our purpose in life. All we need to do is to be mindful and conscious of the life lessons of each of the challenges that we face. That's why Hashem instructs us, see, experience everything that He is constantly giving us. In Noten, giving is written in the present tense for the sake of granting us His blessing. If only we pay attention, if we would only pay attention. So a lot of times we can see that there are repeated life patterns and that happens to us in our lives. I noticed a certain kind of people, the same kind of person reappears in different bodies in my life or certain kind of situations. And all this is supposed to give us a clue to what is our mission, how to deal with that particular kind of person or that particular kind of situation. For example, if someone is always faced with obnoxious people provoking them to anger, perhaps that's a mirror and a sign that that person's purpose in life is to overcome his own tendency towards anger. I also have a friend whose personal circumstances clearly indicate that part of her purpose in life is to accept and even work on being happy when other limits her scope by their competing projects. There's all the time someone competing with her or someone more successful. And it's like repeating through many decades of her life. And so she has to learn to just be happy with that and accept that. Other people have tests with Parasha, with livelihoods, always struggling to put bread on the table. Their purpose may be accepting their lot in life and working hard to make do with less. See, I have set before you this day, says the Pasuk. Just as every person has a particular mission in life, also each day has its specific rectification. Whatever is possible to rectify today is different than what we can rectify tomorrow or what we could rectify yesterday. This is why Hashem renews the creation of the world every single day, as we pray on Shabbat, Mechadesh b'chol yom tamid maaseh bereshit, renewing the original creation each and every day. The inner meaning of I set before you this day, the blessing that you shall hear, is that the blessing is to heed and fulfill the purpose and mission of each particular day. For this reason, every single day, a bat kol, which means a heavenly voice, goes forth and calls, return unruly children. The reason why it's necessary to have a new heavenly voice every day, why is that? Is because each day has a different particular mission. Everything that happens to us during that particular day is a portal to fulfill a specific mission of that day. Why does the Torah open with the word re'eh, see, rather than, for example, know? The heart has the power of both hearing and seeing. The first level is the days will speak. This refers to the high holidays, which will speak to the Jewish heart. When we become mindful of these holy days, we can hear the sound of the high holidays through the ears of our heart. The next level is when the days not only speak, but also roar with all their might. The lion roars. Who will not fear? In Hebrew, the word for lion is aryeh. And aryeh is the acronym of Elul, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Hoshana Rabbah, the last day of Sukkot. And these are the foundations of the entire year. The highest level is when we see clearly with the eyes of our heart, beyond any doubt, that the blessing is to listen to Hashem. Then we can truly perceive how the Torah is life and goodness. This realization will guide us to perpetually choose life. The Rosh Hashanah wake-up vision. We always read Parashat Re'eh on a Shabbat that precedes Rosh Chodesh Elul, the first day of the month of Elul. The Torah calls us to see that in only 1 month, I'll give you the day, the holy day of Rosh Hashanah, because right, the pasuk says, Ra'eh ki natati lachem hayom. See that I gave you this day. That's one way to read it. You know, when you don't continue the pasuk, instead of saying, see, I set before you this day, the blessing and the curse, you can also understand it. See, I set before you, I give you this day. That's what I give you. I give you the day. I give the holy Rosh Hashanah. So now it's the time on Rosh Chodesh Elul to start preparing for this holy and awesome day. The blessing is to hear with our hearts how the voice of my beloved knocks and calls the Jewish soul to waking from its slumber. This is why we begin to blow the shofar on Rosh Chodesh Elul, already on a Shabbat. When we bless the new month of Elul, the gates of heaven opens and the vision of Rosh Hashanah emanates. According to how much we prepare ourselves for Rosh Hashanah is how much we can access the source of its divine blessings. So now make yourself comfortable in your seat and take several deep breaths. Get in touch with your heart and imagine mentally removing the klipa, the husk, from the hearing center of your heart. Keep breathing slowly and deeply while opening yourself to hear the heavenly voice calling you back to your purpose in life. Visualize all the distractions in your life trying to divert you from attaining your personal mission. They can take any form, such as glittering movies, enticing material goods, negative emotion, black clouds, or any other image that comes up for you. Envision chasing away all these diversions one by one with an imaginary illuminated broom. You are at the fork in a road. Before you lie two paths, this is your moment in life when you need to choose between two opposite directions. Listen up and open yourself to hear the sound of the shofar calling you to the path of life, love, and blessing. Return to your heart and imagine mentally removing the klipa, the husk of the vision center in your heart. You now perceive with astounding clarity. Visualize yourself standing before the cleared, taught path of your personal mission. See yourself take the first step toward the blessings. Continue to walk upon your personal pathway toward the light, one step at a time. When you're ready, open your eyes and continue your day in a more awakened, mindful state of mind. So it's interesting. It says, see a place before you, and then it said the word for I is anochi. Why do we need that word? Parashat Re'eh alludes to the first of the 10 commandments that also begins with the word Anochi. Anochi Hashem Elokecha. I am Hashem your God. Every Jew has the ability to believe so strongly in the 10 commandments, which includes all the mitzvot, that they become visible to the eyes at the level of seeing. Therefore, although the word Re'eh is told to the entire Jewish people, it is written in singular language because it refers to the 10 commandments. They are written in singular for each person to relate to them on his or her individual level. So, yeah, that was the Parasha meditation. So I'm going